Night Lights. I'm Mike Fenner. Craig Smiley has the night off. With the off day behind them, the Seawolves look to move past being swept by New Hampshire earlier in the week and return to their usual form otherwise here in the month of June. Rainy night out to start things with the rain delay as it lasted just over an hour from that 7:05 start. Grounds crew did a terrific job, though, getting us to play ball. And how about a turn two here in the second inning from Matt Hall, Jordan George grounding out, and the curve. Not able to get anything out of it as we continue on here. Altuna's Cam View on the hill. Seawolves catcher Jake Rogers blasts one to center, and it gets past Jason Martin for the triple. Erie trying to get the offense going. Next batter, Danny Woodrow, lets one go just deep enough. The RBI sacrifice fly as Rogers comes home to give Erie the 1-0 lead. Trust me, there'd be plenty of offense from there, but just not through 4 innings. Matt Hall going into a groove early with the strikeout, another, and here's a third. He had 4 through 3 innings and winds up helping the Seawolves get the win. Let's take a look at the Erie Sports Store scoreboard. The Seawolves win 9-3 tonight. Jacob Robson 2 for 5 with 3 RBI. Chad Sedio 1 for 3 with 2 RBI. And Matt Hall with 4 innings of 3-hit ball, 5 Ks. Same two teams will try again tomorrow. 4:35 start for a pair of 7-inning ball games. How about the major leagues? Pirates and Diamondbacks. This was a late one here. Ketel Marte with the dribbler in front of the plate. Catcher Elias Diaz for Pittsburgh throwing it away at first. Jake Lamb comes home to score in the 11th with no score, so 1-0 Diamondbacks. This one getting a little crazy. Bottom 11 now, 1-0 Arizona. Bases loaded, 1 out for Starling Marte. Grounds out to third, and then Jack Lamb can't get the out at home. Gregory Polanco comes home to score to tie it up. Bottom 13, 2-1 D-backs. And how about this? The save for TJ McFarland in Arizona. Going to come up with the win over the Pirates. 2-1 your final in 13 innings. On the Erie Sports Store scoreboard, nearly a 2-hour rain delay in Cleveland. Indians, no issues after they got going, leading Detroit 9-0 at last check in the 8th inning of that one. How about the NHL draft? And for the Buffalo Sabres, the long wait. First pick.
Fans in Western New York, the Buffalo Sabres are proud to select Frölunda defenseman Rasmus Dahlin.
And for the first time since 1987, the Buffalo Sabres with the #1 overall pick in the draft, selecting 18-year-old Swedish defenseman Rasmus Dahlin. The 6-foot, 2-inch top prospect notched 20 points in 41 games this past season in the SHL with Frölunda HC in the juniors. And for the highly touted defenseman, he'll team up with Jack Eichel and a youth movement in Buffalo as the Sabres look to rebuild and climb back into playoff contention in the NHL Eastern Conference.
It's amazing. I've been finally put on Buffalo Sabres jersey. I've been there twice and I love that city, and yeah, I can't wait to get everything started. Actually, a long waiting, and you can't really plan anything, but finally today I can plan in my future, and I love to call my new town Buffalo.
Back on the Erie Sports Store scoreboard, the Erie Commodores fall for the first time this season, a 3-2 final. They surrender a hat trick to Vinny Bell, who scored the go-ahead goal in the 79th minute of this match for Cleveland SC. Casey Bartlett scored in the 42nd minute, and Jack Simpson with a goal in the 66th minute for the Commodores. We saw part of the future for the Erie Bayhawks in front of our eyes in last night's 2018 NBA draft. After selecting 4 players in last night's draft, Atlanta agreed to a 2-way deal with St. Bonaventure guard Jalen Adams today. The Hawks may have been the talk of the draft after their surprising move from 3 to 5. They traded with Dallas to acquire Oklahoma guard Trae Young, a 2019 first-round pick in exchange for the rights to Slovenian big man Luka Doncic. In addition, Atlanta adding stretch players Kevin Huerter from Maryland and Omari Spellman from Villanova, as well as Kansas guard Devontae Graham. But all eyes will be on Young to help the Hawks turn things around.
I know it's a great city. I've heard a lot from Quavo and Migos and them. But overall, I want to get to know more about the city and stuff like that, but I know a little bit. I want to win. That's the one thing I want to do. I want to win.
Cavs are hoping their first-round pick can help convince LeBron James to stick around in Cleveland. The Alabama guard Colin Sexton introduced to the Cleveland media today after going 8th overall to the Cavs in last night's draft. A one-and-done Crimson Tide freshman compares his game to former Kentucky stars John Wall and Eric Bledsoe, along with Russell Westbrook, due to explosiveness, he says. Despite going top 10, Sexton says he's not concerned with others' expectations, but only for those of his own.
coming in, I'm going to set goals for myself, and then as well as it's going to be team goals that we set. But I feel like I'm not going to have to live up to anybody's shoes. I'm just come in and learn and be the best player I can be on the court as well as off the court.
Penn State sophomore Tony Carr was the first Nittany Lion drafted since 1999 when he was selected by the New Orleans Pelicans with the 51st pick in last night's draft. Carr averaged nearly 20 points and 5 rebounds on the way to a first-team All-Big Ten selection this winter. He helped guide the Lions to the program's second NIT tournament championship in